Great, so the video begins. For those who don't know me, my name is Raphael, Rael if you want to call it that way. I'm the person with the straight hands. I always used to joke back in time that they were cut before they put the nails in. And why do I say that? Because of the hand line. You see the hand line that runs straight across? It only one crease. You can crease yours. And if you also look at the design of it, the ice cream cone. What about the other one? Oh no, it must be the same hand, right? See the hands? See the hand, the way it straight across. So they went 1, 2, 3, and then they put the nail in there, and they put the nail in there. It was practice. They said, what do you want to do when you get the earth? I said, scratch. He says, what if we scratch it first? They needed my grip. In French, it's grip. Why do I speak like this? Why not? Are we here for fun or for play? Well, let's have fun while we're playing and telling the truth at the same time. The truth that we'll speak about is inside of art, is inside of numbers, is inside the alphabet, the coordinates of geometry. I wasn't making meat, I was cooking it. It wasn't even meat, it was pork. Imagine they distinguished the meat from the pork, so you know there's no Toro coming down the road. Pork has tusks coming out. So I was cutting this piece of pork, and I looked at it and I go, oh my God, it looks like a horse. Then I says, was it a seahorse? And the first thing that comes to my mind in seahorse was 1951. Area 51 is Mars, 1/3 of the control of this planet. Why? Because 19 is a number that comes in through the moon. 3 by 19 is 57. 19 being 19, there are 3 19s in the French language. There is 19 as we know it, and then there's 19 inside 60, making 19 and 60 79. 1979 if you want to look at it that way. 6 and 1 create 7. 7 and 9 also create 7 because 7 and 9 equals to 16. 6 and 1 are reversible numbers, and they also stand for the moons of Saturn because I can flip it upside down and say 61 moons. 1 is a representation of 5 and 2, and it's also a representation of memory. 51 is inside of Mars. 3 by 17 is 51. 3 by 19. So this is 1/3, and this is whole inside of Mars. 3 17s, you get a Mars bar, right? Comes in 2 parts, 25.5, 255. And that 255, if you followed my work, you would be able to put things together a little bit more in understanding it. And it is the Mayan count, because anything that revelates to 4 numbers, okay, automatically gets a circle. A circle is automatically 6. The 6 goes in the center because the arrow goes through nothing. The arrow goes through the center, which is 1 arrow, going through the center of 4, right? And in the center point, that center point gets a 1.25 value because it's a quarter of the value of all the corners. Seahorse, 19, 5, and 1, A and E. 6 and 19, 25. 25 equals to 1/4 of all, and 2 and 5 is the heart from the north to the south. Now remember, here's a horse, ho, 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 H and O, 23, the first ho, right? It's A and H to create your AH ho. This is or, this says ho, and this says or. Okay, the or is the gold. Inside 19 plus 5, the energy of artificial intelligence. 19 and 5 is 23. 19 and 5 is 24, 9 lives of the cat. 24 and 18 is 42, and 15 is 57, Orse. Or if they talk about Norse, they're talking about the connection of the electric inside the moon. 57 and 8 is 65. 6 and 5 is a representation of 1 and 2 and number 11, because 6 and 5 is 11, and the 3 ball goes with the 11. 11 is 1 and 1 is 2, and that's BC communication. 1 times 9, 1 plus 9 is 10 and 9. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 is 14, and 9 equals to 23, and 19 is 42 inside the 9 lives of the cat. This one stands for red. 999 is 27. Do not count 1, because 1 is everything. 1 is memory, okay? 1 splits 2 sides, like splitting an atom. When you split something that is whole in half, you get 2 sides, half and half, 5 and 5. There are 2 parts equaling to 5, 1, 2 memory. The circle is 24, equaling to 10, 24, 10, 24. 14 is the circumference in a cube, because when you take a cube, 4 sides that look at each other, or 2 sides that look at each other, equals to 14. The other side is 7. 10 and 24 is 5 times 2 is 10. 12 times 2, 1 and 2 is 3. 2 times 12, 12 times 2 is 24. But 12 is 3, so now it's 3 times 2 equaling to 6. Therefore, instead of having this answer, we'd have a difference of 6 over here. 20 or 16 equaling to the light. 6 being the difference, 14 being the difference, this is the cube. And this is your memory entrance, 2 and 5. Look at your phone, 2 and 5, and above the 2 is an 8. That is your cycle. And below the 2 is a 5. 24, 5 times 2, 12 times 2, X in Roman numerals 10. X in the alphabet 10, 10, 24 equals to 34, and is connected by the numbers or letters CD. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, it's an alternate current, and creates the B letter. The B to the right and the B to the left. You have 2 of them that will create your 8 and will have a stroke in between the 2 sides, looking like 3 and 3, or 13 and 13 equals 26, and that's a representation of the transformation. Purple is the answer we get over here. Why purple? Because 5 and 7 is 12, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 3 equals to your DC communication. Why purple? Because in pool, 4 and 12 are both purple. They also represent 4 and 3, and when you go to the pool hall, the racetrack, purple is inside the 9 ball. Purple is inside the 9, and at the other track it is turquoise, and turquoise has to do with the current that runs through the battery in your car. They call it the acid that ends up on the wiring, so I'm not going to explain that. What happens with Mars is they have 2 moons, Deimos and Phobos, and obviously something has to pass between them, right? Here's 4. Do I have my scissors on me? No, I don't, otherwise I have to cut it in half. This is the roulette wheel. This is full of information. 35, 37, 35, 39, 33, 34, 37, 6 and 31, 37. It's all 37. Alternate current that'll create the 31 days. It creates the 31 days, and 39 will recreate 39. But 3 by 9 now creates the 27. 3 plus 9 equals to the 12. 12 is 1 and 2 is 3. 27 is 9. 3 and 9 equals to the sky. C-I-L. See the sky. Now we got 7 minutes into here. I'm going to back this up just a little bit. Just playing around now. Have you? Do you? Or is H the avenue of the sheep that knows no hour? Do we want to know anything about 2? And who goes through the skipping rope over and over and over? Phobos and Demas, Phobos and Demas, Phobos and Demas. We go through it, and we skip it. 1 goes through 2. Otherwise, you go through nothing. You are all. You are the envelope of all of who you are, but you are inside an envelope of everything that's you. We breathe in this world. We want to know where was I born? I was born next to my Masan Street. No means our. Our 1 and 4 are father. Dada. M is father. 2 sides and a V, life in between. He holds up the 2. You skip in between. Paisley's is also 2 penguins if you really want to look at it. And I say it as 2 because I use it as the yin and the yang. Is that the way you say it? Sophie says half a phi or half a psi, however you want to say that, because SO is also 5O. Half is also to have. It's part of an avenue. When they say no hour, that is in pi 3.14159265. Inside the word no and on is all of this. 1 and 4 is 5, 1 and 5 is 6, 6 and 5. 14 and 15 is 29, 3.14159265. Boop, 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 boop. We've done this already. Cat, 24. Dog, 26. Cycle, 28. 22, 24, 26, 28. 22 is life. It becomes 28. This becomes 28. 20 will always be split into 10. It becomes 16 and 16 of the light. Or 16 equals to 7 is 313, or the letter of M, because you live in M&M. I want to go back and... Oh, this is 9 minutes already? There was one piece I really wanted to add into this. Wow, where did it go? Just give me a second. There is one piece. I was talking about musical notes. Ah, here it is, right here. Do you know what this is? This is your seahorse that I talked about, right? But look, it's the number 7, right? It's the number 7 and the number 6. It's the question mark. Becomes the seahorse, 7 and 6. Here's the I with inside, or the nut. This is exactly your 7 and 6. And this is a musical note. It stands for creation. Why? Because this is 12. Although you see 9, you're automatically, when you see that 9, you know to the left, you have to connect 3. But you won't connect 3 because once you get the center, you get above and below. And if you come from the center, then you go to above and below and you split up. So let's do it this way. Anything that says 9, automatically put 3 up. Automatically put 3 and 3 out. You see, it goes together, 3 and 3 out. And automatically put 3 down. You see, 3 up and 3 down is not the same, because if you come from up, you go to down, you don't count anything else, you're staying on the down. So you don't have to count all 6 sides, you only count 5. So anyways, the surrounding of 9 is 3, 6, 9, 12, right? That's 12 and 9, 21. 12, 21, right? But wait a second, what about the corners? We only put in the side, we didn't put anything in the corners. We have to put a block filler in every single corner. Every block that we put has an automatic 3 value, because a block corner inside Rubik's Cube gives you 3 colors. 3 in every block corner. When you run around Monopoly, that's a big block. That's 2 to 1. There's 4 blocks inside a corner compared to 2 blocks inside a regular move inside Monopoly, and you can probably see that on. Now, I'm not going to continue on that, other than to end it in saying the grain that grows the flower, that grows the seed, that grows the grain. But we flower from our grains, and we grow flowers from our seeds. Scott Path, you said something the other day, and boom, it shows right up on my page. You want to hit number 4, right? That'll actually be 48 area space. Right? That'll be area space. Multiply all your numbers. The minute you see the sign like that, multiply everything by 12. Not only that, oh my God, look at my telephone. Did you see on the bottom right-hand corner? I got a star key, but they moved it over on the other phone. I think they moved it over to, I don't know, it's all cracked up, this one. But that sign on the phone is in the 12th position. 1 and 2 is 3. The 0 is in the 11th position. 0 in the 11th position. 5 and 6. 5 and 6 is the golden sun. The red sun, I'd like to look at it that way. I can also call it the gold. They got red gold. But anyways, I say it that way because it's 5 and 6. The letter F, say it. What family does it come from? Does it come from the E family? E is the 5th letter. Now let's look at E in more than one circumstance, because Jupiter is 5. Earth is the E letter, 5 and 3, electric company, in which I'm going to be getting to in the next video how 5 and 3 fit together through this design, okay? I will also get together explaining how this star system works. And I'm only working with geometry and basics. Somebody asks me out there, what is the Cro-Magnon or monkey, what is the forehead on him? And I was looking at my butter knife, and I said, looks like a butter knife to me. Raphael 7286, thank you for watching. In the constellation of Pegasus. In the year that we had curd cheese in Quebec and put it inside with our French fries, and it ended up to make a poutine. And everybody wants a poutine today. Thank you for watching.